Hi and welcome to the Citizen channel, or welcome back if you've been here before or many times. Right, we've got player ratings. West Ham 2, Manchester City 2. Yeah, Sunday the 15th of May 2022, 2 p.m. kickoff. Could have been better. Could have been a lot better. Could have been worse. But yes, it certainly could have been better by the end. And I would have taken 2-2 at half-time, but obviously under the circumstances, yes, it could have been better. But we'll talk more about why and wherefore when we look at the player ratings, won't we? So we're going to have a look at the Manchester Evening News ratings by Mr. Stuart Brennan, and obviously my little information and my little thoughts as well based on the players. And please check out my match report, which will be due out at some stage after this. I'm doing this first, and then I'll get on with the match report as well for you guys. But yeah, my starting score for the players in this one is 6.5. I've started at. So if they get better, if they play better than that, they'll get more. If they played about average, they'll get that. And if they played a bit rubbishy, there's 1 or 2 today, we'll get less than 6.5, of course, and I'll give you the Manchester Evening News thoughts first, and then just add my little 2 pennyworth, and please let me know your thoughts as well, guys. Give us your ratings, or just comment on certain players, etc. Right, so here we go, Mr. Stuart Brennan for the Manchester Evening News. Ederson, yes, poor decision-making, says Stuart, not least for the opening goal, not helped by a rocky defence. He's given him a 5, yeah. I'll give him a 5.5. I'm not a point off. Very nervy today, very uncharacteristic. Perhaps it's playing at the back of a sort of not a dodgy defence, but a makeshift defence, isn't it? Let's be honest about it. I mean, I was nervous. I was a nervous wreck watching him, so I've no doubt it has an effect on Ederson as well. But even decision-making, coming out for long balls, stuff like this, he didn't seem quite right. And even him and Laporte, who played together enough, didn't even seem on the same wavelength. So not great by Ederson. We'll certainly need far better next week in the last game of the season, of course. So 5 from Stuart, 5.5 from me. Cancelo, Stuart said, not always convincing at the back, but he was one of City's brighter attacking players. Stuart's given him a 6. I've given him a 5.5. I didn't think he was that bright. I thought some through balls just went out for goal kicks. I thought his creativity-wise was pretty naff. So if he's not creating anything, what's the point? Because he's not defending. So, yeah, I've just given him a 5.5. I wasn't impressed with Cancelo. Let me know what you think, guys. Stuart's a little bit more impressed, of course. Fernandinho, Stuart said, did not look fully fit. He certainly didn't. And his pass to hand Antonio, a big chance, was so uncharacteristic. Yeah, he's being asked to play in a strange position. And Stuart's given 5. I have given him a bit more. I give him 5.5. So also three scores, 3 5.5s at the moment. I just thought it was showing his age today, and the sort of pressure he's under having to play in that position as well. It's a bit much, not familiar position, and he certainly struggled today, that's for sure. Aymeric Laporte strapped up and asked to be bold, but he did not look like a man who was 100%. Yeah, I think we took a chance on Laporte today, guys. What's going to happen next week, I have no idea. I can't see him being fit next week. I think he struggled today. Stuart's given him a 6. I've given him a 6.5. I've given him the average. I said just based on that. A great block in the second half when we could have easily been 3-2 down late on. But obviously, he probably was partly at fault with a goal or 2 as well. Well, at least one of the goals, he was probably partly at fault. But not great. But he's playing under stress, isn't he? He's just not fit enough. He's playing with an injury. Sad, really, when we have to do this at the moment. But what options have we got apart from playing the kids? And Pep's not going to do that because he keeps bottling out of playing kids, and so they're not going to get the experience. So you can't expect them to lump him in a game like this, can you? Alex Zinchenko, Stuart said, as good as in the opposition half as he was bad in his own. Almost gifted the Hammers a goal with a bizarre penalty area at Cruyff turn. Yeah, one of Zinchenko's not his best today. Stuart's given him a 6. I'll have to echo that. I give him a 6 as well. He did some okay stuff, and I don't get overly excited when he gets towards the opponent's box, because his shots are usually savable or rubbish, in all fairness. But he did make some errors at the back. But that is Zinchenko. He's being asked to do a lot at the moment. I think the pressure's getting to him as well at this stage of the season. So I give him a 6, Stuart, give him a 6. Rodri, yeah, lacking the killer pass in the first half, says Stuart, but he gradually exhausted the control City needed, did he? Well, he was all right, but again, I want Rodri to step up a little bit more. Stuart's given him a 7. I've given him a 6.5. I thought it was okay and steady without being anything special. He didn't really do much for us. He was just there, and I think he probably needs to defend that, sort of defend that defence a little bit better. I'm not too sure. I mean, the 2 goals were basically stuff on the halfway line, weren't they? So there's not a lot you can do, I suppose, but it's that high line we have, of course. But yeah, I wanted to see more from Rodri. So I'll give him an average mark. Stuart give him a 7. I think that's fair enough. Bernardo Silva, Stuart said, buzzed around with little effect for long spells, but instrumental in the revival. I thought he played very, very well, especially the second half. Didn't play too bad the first half. Stuart's given him a 7. I'd give him a 7.5. I thought, for me, he was willing to pick that ball up and run, do his little pirouettes and run around, try and set things up without, all right. And he had one great shot as well in that second half. He just hit it right, and Fabianski knew nothing about it. His bum or something, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I thought Bernardo Silva played, as ever, very well today. KDB, much quieter, Stuart said, than he was at Wolves. He certainly was, but made influence felt in the second half. Yeah, it was okay. We were better in the second half. Stuart's given him a 6. I can't give him more than a 6. He couldn't take this game by the scruff of the neck at all. Credit to West Ham. I thought they defended very, very well, put plenty of men behind the ball, and we had to try and find little chinks to get the ball through. Kevin wasn't quite doing it. So, yeah, not his best game. Hopefully he'll revive himself for next week and do better. Riyad Mahrez as well. He's going to be an interesting thing for players, for everybody doing scores and stuff. Struggled to make much impact, says Stuart. He didn't. His free kick panicked his own goal. It did, but needed to score that penalty, and he did again. Yes, Stuart's given him a 6. I was going to give him a 5, but I thought, no, I'm not going to give him less than the others. I'll give him a 5.5 because they say it was a bit of an assist for the goal, which is fair enough. He put that ball in the danger area, panicked the West Ham defence. But that penalty, I mean, he's been scoring penalties for fun all season, and all of a sudden, when we need him to score one, he just puts it at a really good height for the keeper to save. Fabian, that's his side that perhaps most of the time he goes to. So Fabianski took the chance that he'd go to his left. And Mahrez just didn't usually put it in the top corner, but obviously it was just a nice height for a big guy like Fabianski to save. Very disappointing from Mahrez yet again. Jesus, Stuart said on the end of 2 clear penalties, he was. I've not seen the first one back, but I believe it was pretty obvious as well. Only one given. Eventually, Mr. Taylor was right behind it, and yet he didn't give it originally. So there you go. That says it all. Indicative of the trouble he caused the defence, says Stuart, and he did. I thought he played very well without that, just a little bit extra. But I say he won one penalty. He should have perhaps won another penalty. He had a couple of half chances that he didn't do too badly with. Yeah, so Stuart's giving him an 8. Yeah, I'm going to echo that. I thought overall, he sort of take Bernardo away. I thought Jesus was excellent. I thought Jesus played very, very well. He never stopped work, and a great work ethic from Jesus. So I'm going to give him an 8 as well. Jack Grealish, Stuart said, unproductive first half, but he blossomed in the second to score one and almost create a no right. It took a little deflection, didn't he? But he certainly hit it and got it on target, and that's all there is to it. Had another little jinky run in the second half that nearly came off, not quite. Stuart's given him a 7. I've given him a 7.5, and he was always available, always willing, very rarely lost it for me. He may have lost it occasionally, but he gets the ball, does his little, bit like Bernardo, does a few little jinks and perhaps lays it off to someone else. But I thought he had a good game, Jack Grealish. It's not just the second half. I thought it was okay first half in a half that we were pretty poor really, weren't we? Right, subs, yeah, no subs today. Would have liked to see perhaps Foden come on. Certainly with 10 minutes to go, why not? West Ham are sort of breaking the game up. David Moyes is making substitutes. Why not bring Foden on? But as it is, Pep didn't make any subs. I'm sure Foden will get a full game next week based on that. And perhaps Aki will be 100%. That'll be a welcome return next week. So no subs to score. So that's it, guys. The player ratings, man of the match. What shall we do? Based on the score, sometimes it's not always... I have given man of the matches, but not necessarily to the top scoring player. Sounds a bit daft, but there are reasons. But I think Jesus, just from Bernardo for this. Let me know what you think, guys. I think Jesus deserves it. I just thought he played very, very well, and 100%. Didn't always work. Won a penalty, but played very well. A total pain to the West Ham defence. And let's face it, a lot of the City players could have done with being a bit more of a pain. Just like Jesus. So I'm going to give it Jesus the man of the match. Let me know what you think anyway. And just from Bernardo, I thought had a good game as well. But onwards and upwards. And please, as I say, check out my match report. It'll be going out a little bit later than this. But thanks for watching, guys. And give us your scores. Give us your scores and your comments. Thanks for watching. Until we meet again. Well, that's one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.